represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
They're running it. Check 50. Check 50.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
90. Check 37. Check 37. Switch.
Looking to throw on second down. Baldwin into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
On second down, here's Penny. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This will be caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Here's Penny. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now Rashad Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Going for Metcalf on the deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 69 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Off play action. Baldwin. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, Baldwin. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Off the play fake. Baldwin. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 34-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Brown. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, Baldwin. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Penny running right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. To throw on third down. Love. Throwing right, and that's complete. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They keep it with Penny on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Give me some.
To throw on second down. Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Seahawks on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Love. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night.
Let's go, take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. This is Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Set, ready, 30 base.
Watch the run.
Check, lucky.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Let's get it.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here, as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They begin with a run by Penny. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, 91 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my fault.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, for our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Here we go.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
6-6. Bullet hot.
On the Seahawks 49-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Under 10.
Begin.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Baldwin. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. It's Kelsey on the ground. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Baldwin looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Travis Kelsey there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
They're on 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second and 5. They'll find Metcalf. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Let's go, D. Hey, Mike 52.
On third down, Love. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Go.
Second and 4. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Operating from the gun. Baldwin. Got a man. It's Brown. 14 yards. Good for a Packer first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
Looking to throw. Baldwin. And that's complete to Adams. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
61, match Fox, lights. Hey, Foxtrot.
First and 10 at the 20.
Ready?
Throwing on first down. Baldwin. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. The escapability in evidence there is that one. Good for 15 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from...
Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, it's Penny. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun on third down. Love. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right? You didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And they'll run it again with Penny. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Whip. Watch the whip.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Chopper!
They'll try the right side here with Penny. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Recon, 132 fight. 10 Tucson. Give us some penetration.
On the run, it's Penny. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a fourth down now.
It's now 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. On his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Baldwin complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They go play action here on first down. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Curtis Samuel, 28 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Penny takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. This is Penny. And some room to work. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
They'll run with Penny. Penny hit and the ball is jarred free. And the Packers pick it up. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Now a desperation throw, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Adrian Amos with a pick, and the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
2nd and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Ready, 50, plant. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Set,
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down. Tonight's final score.
And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from